Alright then, what's up? It's your boy 3 Star here, checking in with a video, and today we're gonna be doing another One Piece chapter review. And yeah, today we're gonna be doing on 953. And yeah, in this chapter it was pretty good. It gave us a bunch of information about the about Kawamatsu and about the past and what he had to go to get to the point where he is now. And yeah, and let's get into it. Alright then. First thing first is the cover page, and the cover page it was pretty cool. We still get to see a continuation of Capone and his family. And yeah, and I don't know, but the Oda need to kind of change it up and give us like different pictures of them doing different things, cause we keep getting the same picture of them on the ship and it's like he's recycling the same cover page over and over. So I would like him to like have them, like he can like draw a picture of them having dinner or something, kind of like spice it up and make it different and show us with like Capone and his family, but they doing something else other than just standing on their ship. And yeah, and then after that we actually get to the real chapter, and we start off with a flashback of Kawamatsu, and it's the day when he lost the princess. And yeah, and then he just like he lost it. You see his face right here, real ugly too. He like a duck for some weird reason. And yeah, and he he broke down after he lost the princess, because she was like the only other thing in Wano that was keeping people going and keep giving people motivation to keep living. And yeah, then after that he practically looked for her everywhere. You could see him traveling through the snow and him just looking through the kids trying to find her and stuff, and people running from him like he crazy or something. And yeah, and then after that we cut over to present day Ringo, and Randigo, if that's how you probably say it. And yeah, and then we see Zoro. He's still chasing the sword bandit. It looked like since the sword bandit got shot, he running and he got blood and it's dripping down. And yeah, and he's still running full speed because Zoro said he's still fast. He carrying a bunch of weapons on him. He just got shot. And then Zoro decides that he gonna follow the blood because it's way easier, because he just can smell the blood and stuff. And yeah, and then after that we cut over to the bandit bridge, and this is where Korematsu and Hiyori is right now. And yeah, and then we get to see like their relationship and how do they play off each other and stuff. And yeah, and they got kind of like a father-daughter relationship, but it's more of like a goofy type kind. And yeah, then after that Kuramatsu started telling Hiyori what did he go through after he lost her and all the stuff that he was doing. And yeah, and then after that we find out of the Shimotsuki clan, if I'm saying that right. And yeah, and they are pretty much the rulers of Ringo and Hakamawa, if I'm saying that right. I mean Mawa. And yeah, and they pretty much was like one of the biggest clans in Wano during the time of Kaido's takeover. And yeah, and then one of their customs is that they get swords, and once they they bury people, and since it's so cold at Rango and it's be freezing, the bodies be preserved like over hundreds and hundreds of years. So they bury the bodies without a cassock, and they use the swords to mark the graves. And yeah, and then after that and they had a clan, they had a head of the clan. His name was Yushimaru Shimosuke. And yeah, and he also had a pet fox that he always had with him. And yeah, and then they clan obviously end up getting destroyed around the time when Kaido like after like Kaido came to Wano, like they kind of got defeated like after 2 years after it happened. And yeah, and then after that, we found out that they're like their graves and stuff was trying to get looted by bandits and stuff. Then we get a continuation of the flashback of when Korematsu lost the princess and stuff. And yeah, and then he starts like wandering around, and then he goes to Ringo, and then he said like that was the perfect place for him just to kill himself and rest in peace, because he couldn't save the princess, and then the Kazuku clan bloodline was gonna get cut off because she was taken away, and they thought Kama and them were gonna never come back. So he felt like he just failed at life and everything. And yeah, and then right when he was finna kill himself, he ended up running into Onomaru, and that's the fox that the dude used to own. And yeah, and then he ends up helping the fox because the fox was injured. And then after he started helping the fox started trusting him and stuff. And then he found out that the fox actually been like guarding the whole graveyard of the whole like the whole clan. And he's been like guarding this place by himself for 5 years. And that's a lot for like just an animal. And yeah, and he's surprised and stuff. And like I said, he started taking care of the dude or the fox, and he just started helping him. And then after that, he gets the idea in his head that if he takes the weapon, because the weapons are still in like good condition because they're frozen. So he's like, if I can take some of the weapons, then I can easily end up doing something and being helpful to the Kazuku clan and them making a rebellion against Kaido. He can actually do something because he already failed in protecting the princess. So he started doing it, and then Onomaru obviously started to attack him because his purpose after his master died was to protect the graveyard. So he started attacking him, and yeah, then they have like this emotional moment where Korematsu is sitting here trying to explain to Onomaru that is that like he feels like like they need these weapons, because if they don't get these weapons, then the people that's here and that's actually died, they not gonna be able to actually rest in peace. And then obviously all the people of Wano is gonna be failed. And yeah, and then like these swords can be used actually for something that's can like save Wano and save the Ringo people and stuff like that. So then obviously Onomaru actually agrees with him and start helping him loot the graves. And yeah, then we also find out that the Ringo people, they actually are giving swords at birth, because like the swords that their graves are marked with, them are the swords that they actually carry throughout their whole lives. Because for each kid that is born, they give the kid a sword, and the kid must carry the sword throughout his whole life. And all the accomplishments he has to keep the sword with him. And then once the child dies, then his grave is marked with that sword that he has. And this goes to show you how much the Wano people care about swords and stuff, and just traditions. And that's why people want the Shushui back real bad, because Shushui was like a pillar of power for the Wano people, and to keep them pushing forward throughout like all the things that was happening. And yeah, and then obviously I forgot old boy name, Geku Moria. He obviously took the sword and took Ryuma body. So yeah, and then after that, the Korematsu actually ends up creating the Sword Bandit, and he's the first person to dress up as the Sword Bandit and start protecting the graveyard of the clan. And he also started taking other people's swords that came there to steal. He told them to leave their weapons, and yeah, he started taking weapons, and the fox was helping him. And then one day, this man get caught for stealing fried tofu, and I don't know what type of I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, how did you get caught for stealing food? Like, you was stealing weapons and stuff, but you got caught for stealing fried tofu. Like, all the things that can happen to you, you only had one job, bro, and that was like to steal swords and protect the clan graveyard. But you failed at that, and you got caught for stealing some fried tofu, and I don't know, Oda should have came with something a little bit better than that. Like one day he found the princess and he tried to help her, he got caught by Kaido and them. But to get caught stealing tofu, and then he made the fox wait 13 years because he got caught stealing fried tofu. So the fox had to guard the place 13 years by himself because Kawamatsu made a mistake by getting caught stealing tofu, bro. Like I would have been mad. I wouldn't forgive him for that. Like you made me waste 13 years of my life and I had to spend it alone by myself too. On top of that, because you got caught stealing tofu. And I don't know, this man is a clown after that. I don't take Korematsu. I have no respect for Korematsu no more. After that one moment, he got caught stealing tofu. And yeah, and then back to the story though. But then after that, we cut back over to present day, and yeah, and then we just see Korematsu and Hayori. They end up seeing Zoro, and they ended up at the same place. They ended up at the I forgot the name of the clan, but they ended up at their graveyard. So now they at the graveyard and they go inside of a building, and then Korematsu tells Kamon that they have enough weapons for the arm all they men and make sure the men have swords and stuff. And then obviously Kamon is relieved because the you already know, because they needed the weapons because they got extra men on top of that. But I kind of would like the Kamon and like Oda to explain Kamon Devil Fruit and just say like Kamon created a bunch of swords for them. But yeah, I get why they did this too. Cause then now the sword bandit and Zoro plot line kind of ties in with Kama and them and Sanji and them. You know, they starting to meet up at the same place and get back connected. Cause you remember Zoro went off on his own chasing the sword bandit because he needed his sword. So now Zoro finally gonna get back to the crew cause he gonna get his sword and stuff. And yeah, and then after that we found out that Onamaru can actually transform into the sword bandit, and he's been acting as the sword bandit for 13 years. Like I said, I would have been mad at Korematsu for making me wait 13 years by myself for stealing fried tofu. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, and he can obviously transform, and that's kind of like I forgot the name of the it's the name of a beast, and the Japanese culture, I forgot the name of it, but it can transform into a fox. And that's the kind of title of that's kind of like the title of this chapter. It's got like fox disguised in it. I don't know the name of the chapter right now on top of my head, but yeah. And then after that, we see Hayori, and how Hayori is trying to convince Zoro to give Shushui back to the people and not try to take it back, cause like I said, the Wano people, they value customs and they also value traditions. So one thing that they kind of like one thing that's kind of like a pillar of power for them is Shushui, because obviously Shushui was a powerful Ryuma, he was a powerful samurai, but also that sword was carried through him through everything he'd been through in his life. The sword was with him, so it's kind of like like I said, it's kind of like a custom for them, and they kind of like value, like I said, they value customs and tradition. So like it'll be great for them to, like, for Zoro to actually give the sword back to them. And yeah, and then obviously Hayori offers to give him her sword that she got. And it's kind of I kind of like it because at this point I can see that the Wano people, they really do need Shushui, because Shushui, like I said, they value customs. And it'll be cool for Zoro to get a new sword too, because I'm pretty sure everybody hyped for Zoro to get a new sword, because I've been waiting for a while too. I thought he was gonna replace the third one. I forgot the name of it. I thought he was gonna replace that one, but him replacing Shushui, it kind of makes sense, because like I said, the Wano people, they need a pillar of power right now because they all in chaos, and they have been ruined by Kaido. So it would be cool for them to have a samurai actually use Shushui and and be the leader of the whole entire rebellion. And I don't know who that samurai would be if we do end up introducing somebody, or Shushui would just be just a figure right there, like a figure of power right there, and just giving people motivation to keep moving on and fight Kaido. And yeah, and I want to see what I want to see what the sword gonna look like. And yeah, and it's obviously a Minto grade sword, but I want to see what it is and how like you know how it works and stuff. And I want to see how the designs look, like I just said. And yeah, and that's pretty much it for this chapter. It was pretty fire. Like I said, I enjoyed it more, even though they had like the fighting. Even though like they didn't really go on, like they didn't really explore no other storylines. Like they didn't explore Luffy Nam storyline or Kaido and Big Mom fighting, or they pretty much didn't do nothing, none of that. But I'm cool. I'm fine with it because this gives hopefully next chapter this can give Zoro some type of character development and him making the decision to give the Wano people Shushui back, because he understands that they really need that to you know get motivated. And yeah, and like I said, it's pretty much it for this chapter review. You already know, leave a like, leave a comment about something about the chapter review. And yeah, and I'm also sorry that we didn't have a chapter recaption a recap, and I didn't have one because I was busy this week and I could not get one out for the life of me. But next week for sure, I know I'm gonna have one out, and I promise, and it's gonna be fire and funny. And yeah, and like I said, it's your boy 3 Style, and I'm out.
To the tune, till I'm dead. Don't want room, I might go, but I don't want